This week I'm going to try something the science book calls sweet crystals, or we could just call it rock candy. What we need for this is craft sticks, pencils, rubber bands, a saucepan. Of course, you need some kind of thing to measure, so I use a measuring cup. We're going to need 3 cups of sugar. So there's my sugar. They say have two jars, but it looks like we may actually have enough sugar to make 2 different sticks, which means you need 2 jars and then you need to trade it out for 2 more jars. So 4 jars total, I think, is what we should have. Flavored extract, like I have vanilla here, coconut, almond, or anise, which is licorice flavor. And again, they say that actually, they say pull these out of your cabinet, but they also say a gel is better than a liquid. So these things that I've bought are all liquids. So I might want to try a gel for the flavor to be stronger and to last better in my sugar crystals. So I'm going to lay my stick, and I broke a big craft stick in half. It's almost like a tongue depressor size. I broke it in half because it looks like the thinner one will be better for collecting the sugar. And I lay my stick over the pencil, and then I wrap it around it to hold it with a rubber band. I need to test out my stick hanging from the pencil so it's not touching the sides or the bottom of the jar. It's sort of leaning one way because of the way I did my rubber band, and also I used a thick rubber band. That's what I had. I think we want thinner rubber bands. Might make it a little easier. Okay, now you should have an adult helping you putting 3 cups of sugar into, putting 1 cup of water into a saucepan on the stove, and 3 cups of water in that. And we're going to stir this. And it does not say to use boiling water. It says to cook on a medium heat. So I'm stirring as I go. And this is called super saturated. Okay, 1 more cup of sugar here. Keep stirring it because sugar very quickly burns. So then I'm going to put in some flavor. And I was wrong. The flavor can be a liquid. It's the color that should be a gel. So let me do that. Okay, I'm putting in some purple color, even though the flavor is going to be vanilla. So it says as it starts to boil, I need to remove it. So as I hear it picking up on kind of bubbling underneath, it's time to take it off. So again, with adult help, you're supposed to pour this hot liquid into the jar. And if your adult has done jams and jellies, they probably know how this works. I am concerned that in this big jar, we don't want something really hot. Can break glass. And I do have a mason jar, which is supposed to be for jams and jellies, but I'm still a little concerned. So I'm testing it as I go. I want to fill this, it says almost to the top. Then I want to dip my stick into this solution, sugar solution, and then get some more just plain and straight up sugar on the stick to start it. All right. Okay, I put a little more of that sugar solution in this jar. It needed to be near the top, and that made my stick get wet closer to the top. So I put that back to get more sugar on the stick. And now, ooh, it is hot. It is warm. I need to put this in a safe spot for a few days. And I'm going to check on it in 2 days, or maybe just 1. After 1 day, I'm going to change jars. So we'll see if some crystals start growing on this even in 1 day. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so my popsicle stick or craft stick has been in the sugar solution. I guess it's starting to form a little bit of crystals. So I want to put this in a clean jar. And I believe it said I could reheat the liquid because I don't see this collecting as many sugar crystals as I would like it to. The reason we moved to a clean jar is that right now the edges have crystals. And if we leave it in here, the whole jar full of sugar solution will crystallize. So that's why we pour this into a new jar carefully. And we just do this every 2 days. They said you could do it every day. Anyway, as I pour this in, you can see all the crystals in the jar I just emptied. So we'll see how these crystals grow. And again, I'm going to cover it. There, much better. Much better. I'm going to cover it and leave it for at least another day. All right. There's kind of almost a lot of, you could call it rock candy at the bottom there. The sugar solution that's crystallized with the vanilla in it. So the time has come to check on our crystallized sugar one more time. And you can see how the whole top of the jar has gotten crystallized. The sugar has crystallized, has solidified. And as I already made a little hole to get this ready, I can pull this out now, my stick with sugar crystals. And And there it is. Some rock candy. I made vanilla flavor even though it's purple. I can either enjoy it now or save it for later.